Hello Libra, welcome to your love and general tarot readings for September 2016. Quick announcement, I just set up an Instagram account. It's Jane International. If you feel like following, you may do so, and I put the handle in my description box below. So, okay, Libra, I've been thinking about you and I have been shuffling. Let me shuffle a couple more times and we will go ahead and get started. Libra, love energies. Interesting reading for you, Libra. Interesting because we have the Justice card, which is a card of Libra, the scales, directly in the center of the reading, which means you might be very in tune with those beautiful Libra traits of yours, very much in tune and very much in your element, which is always great. I love when I'm doing these readings and I pull out the cards that represent the signs. Okay, now I feel that there is someone very much in your life, all right? I don't feel that this is you. I feel like this is someone, if you are in a relationship, or it could signify, you know, someone that's maybe you're dating, or maybe someone that might come into the picture a little bit. For those of you who are single, I'm not seeing a lot of potential for like a new blossoming, amazing romance. And even for those of you in a marriage or a relationship, I think there might be some things that you're dealing with and going through. So let me kind of get into that, because a lot of the focus in this is very much with you, okay? This is someone in your life. This is someone who affects you, okay? But there's also a lot of like focus in other areas, I feel, whether it's your career, and I know this is not the general reading, so I'll just bear with me, I'll get through it. But, you know, personal endeavors, personal wishes, personal dreams, things that you are wanting to accomplish and set out and endeavor upon on your own or with someone, or just something that you want to do for yourself, for your life. And I feel like that might be something that really is a driver for you this month. And then we have the Ten of Wands reverse, but directly next to the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, glad that it's in the reversal because it lessens or dampens the energy, makes it a little less strong. However, it is still like so much black, right? It is like a black hole of the reading. And this truly signifies or truly indicates something that is on your mind. I mean, the swords represent thoughts, they represent projections and illusions and the imagination and things that you sometimes might be conjuring up in your own mind. Now, I'm not saying that other people cannot be the cause for those things, but mostly it's tending to, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like amplify or over-exaggerate the intensity of an issue or the intensity of a problem in our own mind. Again, glad that it's in the reversal because it is dampened and because it is connected with someone. Now, I'm wondering if some of you, and this is only talking to a portion of you, might be dealing with or going through some legal issues, especially maybe in the realm of divorce. Okay, I'm not necessarily seeing cards of union cards of marriage, in other words. So it's kind of going the other way with some of the other energies here. But if you are, obviously that could be the cause for some of these things. Now, if you're not and you're totally single or just kind of getting to know somebody, there might be some hesitancy for you to move forward, hesitancy for you to take a next step. You might be very much questioning this person's role in your life. How does this person conflict with the things that you want to do? You have your sights set in one direction, and does this person challenge that? Does this person make you feel held back? Does this person make you feel less free? This isn't necessarily the most free, willy, go with the flow type of energy. This person is a little more stern. This person is more stable. Okay, this person is not saying you're not stable, but in comparison or in terms of where you are right now or where you are trying to go, I'm kind of sensing that you are either wanting or abdicating. You're wanting less or abdicating from responsibility. And the load of maybe you're sort of going through an unloading, right? Some of you are getting rid of unwanted people in your life. Some of you may be quitting jobs and going after something you truly love or truly feel. Maybe some of you are in a relationship and you are wanting less responsibility. You are wanting just a little bit more freedom. And you might need your partner to sort of pick up the slack a little bit so that you can go off and do what you need to do or what you want to do. Okay? And somehow I feel like a lot of this, okay, like let's say, I'm going to just throw out an example, right? Let's say you want to quit your job and pursue a passion, okay? And you're in a relationship. Or you're getting to know someone, okay? And if you decide I'm going to just completely let everything go, I'm going to take less money, I'm going to be okay with living off my savings for a while, I'm going to do what I need to do to get me where I want to be. And I feel like at some point it becomes a reality, or the opportunity for you to take that chance or for you to take that next step becomes tangible. It's something real. And now all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I just quit my job. I don't have my income anymore. And I have someone that relies on me. I have someone that I'm in a partnership with. Or will this person think less of me because I've decided to go in this direction and I've decided to I'm not making as much money. I don't have as many things. I may have to move. I may have to do all these things. And that's kind of this idea of the spinning, this idea of that mental anxiety, right? All these questions and these fears based upon something that you sort of want in your life. And I feel like there may be a pivotal moment for you here. That's kind of been a theme for a lot of the signs. A pivotal moment in terms of life direction. And I just want you to know that things work out fairly, right? Your partner or someone that you're getting to know, if you're totally single, this really might not be a month for you to meet someone new. This really might be a month for you to put your head down and figure out your path, right? Figure out what life direction you want to take. Right? It's very philosophical, and I feel like we've been kind of going through that for a month or two now. And now things are starting to come to fruition. Things are starting to become more tangible, right? And if you are in a relationship, okay, and we have this is actually, before I say that, this is kind of why for singles, why I'm sort of seeing that maybe someone new won't really be coming your way. It's just not the right time. There may be something in the works, okay? But I think it's waiting. It's waiting for you to sort of work out the kinks in this scenario, right? I'm kind of sensing that some of you are trying to figure out the logistics of how you get from point A to point B, and how do you incorporate this person into that plan? How does this person, why, you know, what role do they play for you in your life? Because this is a Pentacles card, right? A card of coins, and you have the coins here. There is a tangibility of this movement or this new direction that you're headed. It's not just all up in the air. You might be worried about things. You might be conjuring up ideas and concerns in your mind, which is perfectly natural. But it's not all just fantasy. There are very real elements here. And you, okay, are going to have I feel like you're going to have a good grasp on what needs to be done. It's just a matter of doing it, okay? And there is an air of, perception versus reality, but coming more down towards reality, right? And once you're presented with the opportunity to make this change that maybe you've been seeking for a while, once you actually have that opportunity, sometimes you're like, oh crap, like, wow, here it is. I didn't even really think this far through. I didn't really think I'd ever get to this point. Okay, well, what do I do now? How do I push myself forward and make this something positive in my life, right? And here we have someone just sort of floating in the periphery, right? And someone that's very much on your mind, someone with whom you want to keep the scales balanced, right? You want to keep them in your life, but also maintain your independence. And I think because of this person, there may be that hesitancy to fully jump 2 feet in, straight into the deep end, and just go for it. And you're sort of holding yourself back because now you have another person to think about. You have another person to incorporate into your plans. And all your I feel like this person is going to be very supportive no matter what you do. This person is going to say something along the lines of, I just want you to live your life. Just go, live your life, This is not someone who will dictate and judge. Okay, if I had a knight here or even a page, even maybe a king if he was reversed, okay? But you're not. It's not. It's an emperor, and it's someone who is so well grounded and so well rooted in his own life. And I say him, but he or she, because emperor is a king or emperor is a male, but so well rooted in their own life and what they have going on for themselves that they don't really have time to worry about whether or not you are living the life that you want to lead. Just live your life. Do what you need to do. And I think it will be hard for you because you might care about them or you might be developing those feelings of love for them. And again, if you're single, all right, this person might not really be in your life. This person may it's not a partner. You're single. It's not someone you're dating. You're totally single, whatever. And it can represent someone else. A father, a mother, a brother, a friend, a boss, someone that just wants you to be happy. All right? And that happiness, okay, might be withheld a little bit because of the logistics involved. And how do you get from point A to point B? How do you afford it? Where's the money? What work do you need to do? So many questions that you're asking yourself. And this is not the most romantic reading, and I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I wish that I could do lollipops and rainbows for everybody every month. But we do go through phases where the energy is very much about us. And we have to take time to think about us, our health, our happiness, our joy. Because you can't really get that from anybody else. It has to be made from within. And I think that's what this is about. This is about finding that spark and allowing it to blossom. And there's an opportunity for you. I feel like the pathway has just sort of cleared up, like, oh, here you go. Here's the opportunity. This is exactly what you were asking for. What you got what's coming to you in a good way, not a bad way. You got what's coming to you. Here you go. Okay? And it's up to you to take that leap. So we have the two like most black cards of the deck, right? And black is such a suction of energy. And I feel as though, now again, this person representing your partner, I'm going to speak to it because it is romance, your partner, your relationship, the one with whom you are in, you love, you care for. There's no question to me that the opportunity is there for you, okay? It's there. And you are in a point of leveraging where you are to get to that next point, all right? And it's very existential, very visual-based, all those types of things. But with a tangibility aspect of it too. It's not just all in dreamland. There is a realness to it. What's interesting is this, because the Five of Wands, because it's reversed, I'm getting like it's like almost a complete opposite of the meaning of superficiality. And, honestly, and I don't know why, but I see this as being a card of materialism and keeping up with the Joneses, right? It's those petty things that we fight for, those petty things that we, the car, the apartment or the house, the clothes, the handbag, the belt buckles of the brand names. It's all these things that society in general has sort of put in front of our faces and sort of, it's like putting the dead zebra in the middle of a pack of lions and they all just like go and attack it, And I kind of feel like that's how it is. That's how this card is. And I feel as though there's a rejection of those things. Okay, that there's a rejection of the material aspects of life. And I feel that this person, again, is just very much, it's just very solid, all right? And they aren't there to persuade you. They aren't there to convince you to do something or to manipulate you in any way. And some of you, again, like I think you're just gonna like wash your hands of the life that maybe you've been living in some way, like cleaning out your closet, everything you don't wear, you're throwing away, and making space for new and better, more fulfilling things. And this person is just whatever you want to do. It's like what they're saying, whatever you want to do, I'm happy for you. You want to sell your car and buy a moped? Great, do it. And I am getting this idea of like a more meaning of life type of scenario where these material items will not make me happy. I want something more fulfilling. I want something greater. I want something better. And that's kind of what I'm getting. So now we have the darkness of these cards. When I say darkness, I don't necessarily mean bad. I just mean the energy sucking, right? And I think what's paralyzing you in some way and what's sort of putting these opportunities on hold is maybe your love and devotion for this person, or maybe this is an institution, you know, a job, something that you love, that you very much care about. And it is preventing you. It is sort of holding you back. It is a commitment maybe that you have made and that you feel like you're obligated, right? But you're sort of battling. You feel like you want to just abdicate responsibility and say, screw it, I'm just not doing it anymore. I don't care anymore. Leave me alone. But at the same time, you know that you can't just do that always. You can't just be irresponsible and throw a temper tantrum and walk away. And so there might be a little bit of that battle, right? And until you figure that out, until that becomes clear, or the message of all of that becomes a little more better defined in your mind, opportunities, they are awaiting for you. They are waiting for you to take that leap. Once this is in the right side position and you find a place to jump, these opportunities will just come crashing in. Financial opportunities, opportunities for love, opportunities for renewal and beautiful connection with your existing partner. Some of you in a marriage scenario, some of you in even a divorce scenario. Okay, it can go both ways. Yeah, I mean, I think a good question to ask yourself is, what are you waiting for? You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have all the details figured out. You don't have to know all the logistics of how everything is going to get done. Sometimes you have to just do it. Dive in, and you will receive the blessings that are waiting for you on the other side. Okay? So, not the most romantic reading, although, to be honest, I don't know if I was really expecting it, because a lot of the signs this month aren't having the most romantic month. Okay, let's do your general, Libra. Okay. General energies for Libra. We have 4 majors here, which is a lot. Oh, 5. We're 5. Interesting kind of like flow. It's almost like we have the major arcana story, and then we have the minor arcana story. What's interesting is the sun reverse. Whenever the sun comes out in the reversal, or in the reverse position, it always kind of makes me think, right? Because the sun is supposed to be the same either way. It doesn't matter. But when it comes out in the reverse position, I always kind of get like a vibe that it's just not quite right. That something is just not quite all the way it's supposed to be, or all the way in place. I love the world for you in the very center of the reading, which means some of you may be traveling this month. Some of you may be exploring something. I am getting, someplace with sunshine, which in September could be a lot of places, but someplace probably with a little bit more warmth. as September sort of tends to cool down and things start to kind of get back to normal with kids going back to school. This could be almost like a little vacation away from your summer vacation almost. And it is a substantial change. I see change happening. I feel that there is a very prominent close of a chapter in your life. And it's something that's maybe a little bit more obvious, something very, it's strange because I'm really picking up this in like a career sense. But it could mean so many different things to so many different people. But this type of closure and the type of strength that is needed to continue on after something has closed out, after a chapter has been written, and now you're starting with a blank canvas, and now, or a blank page, let's continue with the book analogy, a blank page, and now you can start a whole new story, right? And I do sense, though, a little bit of hesitancy with the moving on, or a hesitancy maybe even with the traveling, or a hesitancy with leaving things behind. I'm getting a sense not only that you have a lot of work ahead of you, but that you have a lot of work behind you as well. Sometimes that's hard to leave behind. The work that you've done and the things that you have accomplished, and some of you may be changing careers entirely. Some of you may be changing firms or changing, location changes. And I sense like a little bit of nostalgia with all of this. Like, it's time. You need to move on. Because remember, major arcana, they are inevitabilities. You cannot escape the power of the death card, of a chapter coming to a close. You could not escape the arrangements of the planets in the sky. You just can't do that. And I feel that you have a very strong sense of what's happening. You're allowing it to come into your life. You're allowing this change to occur. I don't see that you are fighting this in any way. In fact, I feel that you are actually very welcoming of this change and very celebratory of this change. In fact, a part of you is like, oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited to move into this new realm. I'm so excited to start this new job. I'm so excited to have a family for some of you. I'm excited to explore, if you're having some health issues, maybe it's time for you to explore some alternative medicines or something like that. But there's so many ways to apply the ideas that I'm saying here. And I feel that you are moving forward like a true soldier, right? That's the beauty of strength, is perseverance and willpower and fearlessness to tame this beast in your life with no weapons, but purely the mindset. And that's what you're doing. This unruly mental activity that is going on in your mind is no match for the spirit that you have. All right, it's very exciting. And when the Tower comes, I personally love the Tower because it sucks sometimes, and sometimes it brings like financial issues, and sometimes it brings emotional issues, or people come crashing back into your life, and it sucks and it's hard, but it only brings you good things. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the universe smacking you back on track. And sometimes it comes as a shock, and sometimes it scares you a little, and sometimes it causes you to like like in the cartoons where they get hit in the head with a frying pan, they got the little stars or little Tweety birds above their head or something. It's kind of like what it's like, but then you shake it off, like in the cartoons, you stand up and you shake it off, and you continue, and you move in a new direction, and it's exciting and it is worth celebrating. All right, so you have beautiful things, but just like I said, a little bit of nostalgia or a little bit of sadness. Like you can mourn what you've been through. You can mourn this process. It's okay. It's perfectly natural, especially since I'm not seeing it preventing you from moving forward in any way. I love that you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, because it is such a like, someone once told me, I forget who it was, or if I read it somewhere or heard another reader say it or something, but someone told me that the Queen of Cups was kind of like the over-involved PTA mom. Always with the kids, always involved in the school, and getting a little bit controlling and all of that. And I can see that being associated with someone who's so passionate and cares so much about her children that she would want to be involved, you know. And I'm not talking about kids specifically, I'm just using that as a personality example, because I feel that that level of involvement and that passion behind your actions is what is driving all of this forward. You're not just sitting back and letting it happen to you. You are, like I said, you are taming the beasts with your mind, and the beasts of your life, whatever challenges those are that you're having, whether they're financial issues that you're having, or whether they're relationship issues, or, you know, just, oh, I'm so tired of going to work from, 8 to 5, and I just need a lifestyle change, and being aggressive in making that change. And I love that she came out for that, because I like that description of her. It's a little bit on the negative side, but it's not meant to be negative in this scenario. It's meant to be empowering, in that you have or are actively taking control of the outcome of your life. Okay, that's a little weird because we just pulled out the exact same 3 cards that we had in the last spread, so I probably don't need to talk about these too much, but it just goes to show that the direction that you're headed is leaving behind conflict and leaving behind unwanted messes, unwanted relationships, unwanted scenarios or circumstances. Like, you're just walking away, all right? And that can take a lot of strength. And also the abdication, or the, like lightening your load. And I feel that that's such an exciting thing for you, because now you will leave space. Like I said, you clean out your closet, and now you have space for new things. Now you have space to, and this can even be like I said in the, quitting your job to pursue a passion. Quitting your job means that you've just freed up 8, 9, 10, some of you 11, 12, 13 hours in your day for you to go do what you want to do. Like, how liberating is that? And with all of this being said, here is your rock. Someone with whom someone who truly supports you, and who is there for you, and who cares for you, and who is unwavering. Boss, friend, father, mother, sibling, partner. All right, so this is a very exciting time for you. I sense big change, and I'm very excited for you, and I wish you nothing but the best. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next month. Thanks.